you, and I'm so humbled to be here and with all of our friends. And I would like to thank the Jackson Heights Merchant and the host this event, and we would love to have a fruitful next year for our friends Bill Blasio, that we would love to have him. He's a friend of community, and he's a fearless leader, and we've been very blessed to have him over here, and I would love to see our continuous support. He can count on it for next year, and we'll love to see our friend in the mayor's office next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakti. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call the lady I call, and we all call her, known as the mother of Indian National Overseas Congress. She's been a community leader for over 30 years, and over 12 years ago she joined Indian National Congress, a lot of chapters to work on. So we call her the mother of INOC, Nazma Sultana ji, Dr. Nazma Sultana ji.
That's a great honor. Bill, you'll find a mother in me.
Thank you.
And Bill is going to be our next mayor, God willing. And Bill is a tall leader, one of the tallest Democrats, next to Kerry, I think, or as tall as Kerry, I think. And he stands on his platform. And that's one of the reasons we support him so wholeheartedly. He's a friend of South Asians, I must say. I used to say Indians, but I changed it. Bobby is here. I will not alienate Bobby, and what a good thing, Bobby, you are doing. And we are South Asians. Ours, Bill, is a culture of cohesion, of lot of cultures. If you want to know about India, Jewish scholar came to Indian University to learn Islam. That's our proud culture. So we are proud to be here collectively as South Asians. I know Eric is waiting, and we do miss Charlene. Just like Bill Clinton has a secret weapon, Hillary Clinton, Obama has a secret ally, Michelle Obama. It has Charlene. And we all love Charlene as much as we love Bill. Bill, all the best to you, to the future mayor of New York City. Very, very pleased to be here with you.
Thank you, Dr. Nazmaji. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call one of the main hosts, Bittu Varmaji, and along with our very common friend Jay Singh. Please come. Jay Ji and Bittu Ji.
I still have to write my speech. Good evening. Respected public advocate, and I'm sure our next New York City Mayor, Bill de Blasio, Chairman Bobby Kumar, President Uncle Shiv Das, my mentor, Supremo Pam Quatraji, and all my dear friends. I myself, and on behalf of Bittu Verma, standing next to me, thank you all to be here to contribute and show your support for Bill, as well as your own merchant association. In my belief, it is probably the oldest and the strongest union or association, Jackson Heights Merchant Association. And it's you, those who make it strong, big, and worthy. I think you need a round of applause for yourself now. I want to tell you, Bill, that tonight it's not another fundraise, as you have been doing quite a few, but it's going to collect the invaluable support of you all along with the Jackson Heights merchants. This association is strong with all the communities, naming few: Indian, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanis, Nepalis. They are the kingmakers, and they will make you another king, Mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio. Friends, I just want to share something which recently came up in New York Magazine, one of the bestseller and widely read magazine, wrote down a recent article on the next year's mayoral election. They said, Bill de Blasio is a very strong candidate, but after he went out to help the disaster Sandy affected families, no other candidate stands even closer to him in the mayoral race. According to people in disaster-affected areas, even after 2 weeks, Bill was the very first government official to come out to help them and guide them. Everyone was so touched with the gesture, and they loved Bill, and they're going to love them. Once again, I want to assure you, all our choice, Bill de Blasio is worthy and best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, JG. Thank you, Bikuji. Now I would like to call the president of the Jackson Heights Merchant Association, Mr. Shiv Das. Shiv Das ji has been in Jackson Heights for over 20 years, and I've always held a very official position, helping this area grow, helping this street grow, and all the merchants grow. Shiv Das ji.
Thank you, Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Chairman, Honorable Bobby Kumar, Honorable Paul Blasio, Public Advocate, friends, thank you for joining us while we are here to raise funds for our friends and showing support. He is running for the mayor of New York City, and we, the merchants, support him all the way. First of all, I would like to again give my congratulations to our Bobby, dear Bobby, who has been appointed resident ambassador by the President of Malawi for South Asian countries. This is a rare honor, and Bobby, you have made our communities my head very high, and I am very proud of you. You are leader's leader. Keep doing good things as you have been doing. You have been doing a lot of humanity work and South American and even in India, I know that. Jackson Heights Merchant Association will always stand with you, support you, and always be with you. You should know that. As far as Honorable Bill Blasio is concerned, he has been doing good work for the community, for the city, for our community. He supports our community. He has great concern for the merchants, and we appreciate that. He champions our causes. He has great respect for Indian community, and Bill, you will make a great mayor. He stands and supports all Indian community. When leaders like Pen, Jay, Eric, and our Bitu and Bobby Kumar are with you, the entire Indian community will support you. You know that Jackson Heights Merchant Association is the most diverse, multicultural part of the city. All of the world languages are spoken, all the world's countries and religions are present here. All kinds of people live in Jackson Heights. In the last mayoral elections, Mayor Bloomberg visited us 3 times. He came 3 times in the last election to seek our support, and we gave him our support, and we provided him full support, and he won the mayoral election. And I hope you will do the same thing, and next time we'll see you Mayor of New York City. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And now I would like to call one of the most prominent Indian American here. Last week, a few days ago, there was a big event in Long Island, and Mr. de Blasio also attended that event. There were over 400 people. There were over 28 speakers on the podium, so you can imagine what kind of event that was. And everybody spoke so highly of Mr. Bobby Kumar. So I was just thinking, what was I supposed to say now today when I'm going to introduce him? And as I was driving here, my my son called me, who was doing his homework, and he gave me an idea. He was confused with one word, and I said, "Beta, just go look in the dictionary." And when the dictionary thing came, in Oxford and Webster, there's a word called friendship, and they define friendship. And I would say, I would request Oxford and Webster to add one more line to that word, friendship, is Bobby Kumar. He's a man who stands behind every single person who's in need, or every person who doesn't need, he stands behind them. And Bill, I can assure you, sitting next to you, Bobby, he will make sure that he will put you in the Gracie Mansion next year. So Bobby Kumar, please, I would like to welcome you.
Ravi, you heard this now. After all these kind words, I have to say all the nice things now. Bill, I just found out Ravi and I come actually from the same state. We have something in common. Am I right? Yes? You said you're from Naklao. He had mix up, I had a mix up, and so we all end up here. First I want to say thank you, Eric, for your kind word. Of course, Uncle Shivdas, even though I call him Uncle Shivdas, he's like a father to me. I lost my father when I was a young man. And so I never had the chance to grow up with my parents. I always was on the street. So you always in your life find somebody who you look up or give that kind of respect. And Uncle, I always very grateful for your kindness and the things I learned from you. So this is what I'm going to say. Any candidate I ever supported, ever, in last 30 years, they all won. When my friend said, after Sandy, when Bill went to support people and they love him, it's not the question of loving him, it's loving his work. The pledge he made when he ran for a public advocate. If you all understand what public advocate is, he's your lawyer, he's your voice. And when people get affected by Sandy, he become their voice. That's what he get elected for. He made promise when he ran, I will be your voice. So by representing their circumstances, he being their voice, but being the soft side of their feelings where they get hurt, and working with the government to reminding their responsibility to taking care of our sister brothers who are affected. And thank you, Bill, to keeping your word that you promised you made to the people when you ran for a public advocate. I want to say thank you on behalf of all those people. In politics, you meet people, it's very short, sharp, very instant gratification. We all say nice things about each other when we see them, and then we forget them the minute we get in our cars. I learned about Bill. He don't forget even when he went home. Not when he left you. When he went home, he thinking about his family, which is the extended family. I made this promise, I met these people, he hearing their problems, and they looking up to him with a hope. That hope that when he reach home, thinking about how I can help them. And there's very few people, very few leaders who get elected and continue their work. And Bill is one of those people who will make the promise and will keep the promise and will deliver the promise. And you probably think you gave him a favor by contributing some money or asking your friends to support him. In reality, you're favoring yourself. How are you favoring yourself? To have the right person to serve you as a public servant. When these people come and they say, I like to be a public servant but depend on each office, but after they get elected, they forget. And that's where I come in to remind them. I don't think Bill is one of those people, not because he's sitting here, that I'm saying nice things. If I disagree or I knew something differently, I would have said the other way around, because I'm not looking for a job. But if I don't recognize that, then I fail to do my job as a political leader. How fortunate we are to have somebody who's willing to sacrifice and want to be a public servant for this beautiful city. To be elected, to be the mayor of the city of New York, it's not an easy job. It's a very difficult job actually. You can only see the glory. But in reality, when they have to perform, it's a lot of work. So I'm not going to take too much time, but I do and I will ask all of you, just not while you're here. The reporters who are going to report, please make sure you really put, not just as a journalist, but as a member of the city, a citizen of the city, you really need to support a candidate who cares about humanity, regardless of what your religion is, where you come from, but you are all the resident of New York City. So Bill, I very rarely ever publicly supported any candidate, especially a political leader. We don't support till the primary is over. You have my friendship and you have my support. And we're going to get you elected with Mayor of the City of New York. God bless and thank you for having me. I think I'm done, but please don't let your checkbook be quiet. You need money. No matter how much we come out and support, if he can't get the message out. Say it again. If you can't get the message out, then there will be a problem the day after the election. So please, not only just you, it's your hard-earned money, but to supporting somebody who cares is very important. And please reach out to your friends also and be the host of another event. If you have to hold it in your house, if you think it's only 10-20 people, that's all you know. You don't have to be grand finale to do the fundraisings. I understand sometimes even in each house 10 events are as good as a big one. I know when I did it for Rudy Giuliani, I know when I did it with George Pataki, I know when I did it with Bush, and I did help my friend Hillary Clinton when I just learned when Bill was working with Hillary Clinton. So again, please, I ask all my friends to support Bill. Thank you.
Bobby, thank you very much for all the kind words and the most special message. Please, we need the contribution Bill needs that to run a successful campaign. So please take out your checkbooks and please write a few checks. Now I would like to call the most important person of the hour or the evening. And there's so very few people you meet in your lifetime who are so prominent and high profile, but yet so personal and humble on their side. Before I give his introduction, I would like to thank Pam Quatraji, who's my mentor, who helped us bring Bill to our NRI community into all the events. Regarding Bill de Blasio, who has over 20 years in the New York City political. He started under David Dinkins, became then HUD's commissioner for the region, and then he was appointed and he was picked up by Hillary Clinton when she decided to run for New York Senate. and he made her win New York, the Senate. After that, he held numerous positions in Brooklyn, and then he ran for public office again, where he overwhelmingly became the public advocate for New York City. And as Bobby G and other people have mentioned, his job is to protect the voice, protect the rights of New Yorkers, and which he, every day of the week, 7 days, 24/7, he does that. And when the time came for Hurricane Sandy, he was there at Breezy Point, Staten Island, Brooklyn, and all those, making sure that those New Yorkers got what they needed. He had so many meetings with these top officials, and he did it. So I would like to welcome the next mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio.
You know, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me, and I know everyone works very, very hard in this room. I know the members of the Merchants Association and so many other people who are here, you work hard. I want to talk about what Bobby Kumar said a moment ago, but first I just want to say a profound thank you for people being here tonight, late into the evening, giving your support, helping us build a campaign for the future of New York City. Now, I have to tell you, I feel like I need to offer the role of official introducer to Eric Kumar, because he's introduced me so many times and so well. He's a great friend. Thank you, Eric Kumar, for your leadership. But I wouldn't know Eric Kumar if it were not for my guidance. You're my guidance counselor, if you think about it. Or we say in Italian, consigliere. If you go look at the Godfather movies, you'll understand what I mean. But my dear friend and advisor, Pam Quattra, who has done so much for our campaign, is a great leader of our efforts. Thank you. Now, I'm going to thank everyone, and I'll just say a very few words, but I was so affected by what Bobby Kumar said. Now, first of all, I said coming in the door, in this room tonight, we have Indians, we have Pakistanis, we have Bangladeshis, we have people of so many backgrounds, we even have a Malawian, because Bobby Kumar has been honored and made an official representative of the government of Malawi because his heart is so big, his capacity is so great, that he looms large in New York City and New York State, he looms large in this country, the work he does with the Reform Party, he looms large in the world. And he's made an impact, even far away in Africa, he's made an indispensable impact. So this is someone very special, and he said something to you here about why people should be involved. For the good of a community, for the good of yourselves, deciding whichever candidate you choose in any election, however you choose to be involved, being involved, the very act of being involved, changes the landscape, it changes the outcome because you decided to make a difference, to be involved. So I deeply appreciate that, Bobby, you said it with passion, and you said it because you have chosen, time and time again, to make a difference. And that's why you have so much respect for people. Now, I must say, I had a lot of reasons I respected Bobby. But as someone who has run for office myself, for city council, for school board, for public advocate, in all those elections I never lost once, I didn't realize I was now forming an alliance with someone who had only supported winning candidates. So now I think it's like, you know, in the comic books, the League of Superheroes, like that kind of thing. We got that kind of alliance here. So thank you, Bobby. To everyone who's a part of the Jackson Heights Merchants Association, I agree, this is one of the strongest